People say greatness shines without needing to be shown. But when arrogance laughs at humility, life creates moments that shake the world. This is the story of Maya Johnson, a woman many judged by appearance, and Richard Steele, a billionaire who thought money meant power, until one challenge changed everything. Airport terminal, slow build. Visual, busy private airport terminal, planes outside, rich people walking around, expensive suits and bags. Sound, low ambient sound, airport announcements. Narrator, Maya stood quietly inside the glass-walled private terminal. Her clothes were plain, jeans slightly faded, shoes worn, and her hair tied back simply. She carried a backpack, not a designer purse, no security entourage, no shiny watch. Just her and her 14-year-old son, Ethan, sleeping on the seat beside her after a long day. Maya gently brushed his hair. Maya, softly, you did amazing today, baby. Robotics champion, your father would be proud. She kissed his forehead, eyes glistening. Behind that quiet smile lived years of struggle. Single motherhood, jobs, sleepless nights, and dreams buried under responsibilities. Across the terminal, laughter echoed louder than aircraft engines. Richard Steele entered, suit brighter than his ego. Cameras followed him. Assistants carried designer bags and documents behind him like a royal parade. Richard, make sure Jet A-17 is fueled. I don't like waiting. You know billionaires don't queue. Everyone laughed, not because it was funny, but because money demanded applause. Narrator, people respected Richard, but not from the heart, from fear, from status, from power. Little did anyone know life was about to flip like a coin. Collision of two worlds. Maya walked to reception. Maya, I believe there's a flight scheduled for me. Hangar A-17. Receptionist scanned her clothes before the documents. Receptionist, disbelieving. A private jet? Are you sure, ma'am? Economy commercial flights are on the other side. She pointed toward the cheap lobby. Maya smiled politely. Maya, no, this is correct. Please check again. Richard overheard and approached, amused. Richard, Jet A-17 is my jet hangar. Maybe you're lost, sweetheart. His friends laughed. Cameras recorded content for his vlogs. Maya, I'm not lost. Just waiting. Richard circled her like she was a strange puzzle. He whispered loudly, mocking but playful for the crowd. Richard, tell you what, life's all about fun. If you can even start that jet, I'll give you $500,000. Crowd, oh. Ethan woke up, confused. Maya touched his shoulder reassuringly. Maya calmly, and if I fly it? Everyone went silent. Richard raised a brow, amused. Richard, you? Fly it? Fine. You managed to fly it, and I'll make you co-owner of Steele Airlines. He thought it was impossible. A woman in simple clothes flying a luxury jet? Surely entertainment. But Maya smiled. Maya, deal. But one condition, no help, no guidance. Everything raw. Richard, oh, this will be good. Cameras rolling. His cameraman nodded. Walked to the jet. Narrator. People followed like it was a circus. Phones out. Whispering. Judging. She's crazy. Maybe she's desperate. A woman like her flying a jet? Impossible. But Maya walked steady. Calm. Confident. Not to impress, but because she knew who she was. Ethan tugged her sleeve, nervous. Ethan, Mom, you really know how to fly a jet? Maya knelt to eye level. Maya softly. I know more than they think, sweetheart. Just trust me. She kissed his forehead, stood tall, and approached Jet A-17. She ran her hand along the metal like greeting an old friend. Maya, whispering, You missed me, didn't you? Richard scoffed loudly. Boo. Inside the cockpit, tension rising. Visual inside cockpit. Dozens of buttons, switches, indicators. Narrator. Many freeze at the sight of complexity. But Maya's eyes sparkled, like returning home after years away. She sat in the captain's seat. Her fingers moved naturally. Battery on. Hydraulics check. Fuel confirm. Navigation aligned. Engine spool. The aircraft hummed alive. Crowd outside gasped. Stranger. Wait, she knows what she's doing. Richard's smirk faded a little. Richard, forced laugh. Beginner's luck. But then, Maya started the engines, adjusted flaps with perfection, radio tower with professional vocabulary. Pilot-like call. Tower, this is Jet A-17 requesting clearance for taxi and takeoff. Pilot Johnson at controls. Control tower responded instantly. Tower. Captain. Johnson? Permission granted. Welcome back, ma'am. Back. People looked at Richard in confusion. The jet rolled smoothly, lifted off with elegance. Not reckless. Not lucky. Expert. Narrator. She didn't just fly. She owned the sky. Ethan watched, wide-eyed, proud beyond words. Richard panics. Character shift begins. Richard froze, his arrogance melting into shock. Richard whispering. Who is she? His assistant nervously searched something on tablet. Eyes widened. Assistant. Sir, you should see this report. She's. Richard. Not now, but deep inside, fear started replacing ego. Landing glory moment. Maya circled gracefully and landed like a feather touching water. No turbulence. No error. Perfect. Crowd erupted with cheers. Not mockery this time. Respect. Richard tried to smile, but his throat felt dry. Maya stepped out of the jet. Calm. Composed. Powerful without trying. Richard, nervously laughing. Okay, wow. You did it. Impressive. But starting a jet and flying are different. Must be luck. Maya, raises eyebrow. I landed it too. Richard gulped. Maya, ready to fulfill your promise. Boo. Crowd. He has to. Be a man of your word. You said on camera. Truth strikes like thunder. Maya pulled out a black sealed folder. Maya, I didn't come here to take your airline shares. Because she opened documents slowly. Richard leaned forward. Cameras zoomed. Maya, I already own them. Silence. World stopped. Maya, I bought 60% majority shares last month. I'm a new principal owner of Steel Airlines. Gasps. Phones exploded with notifications. Reporters shouting. Cameras flashing. Richard collapsed in a chair, stunned. Richard, broken voice. But how? Maya handed her card. Maya Johnson. Former Air Force commander pilot. Ex-head pilot trainer at National Aviation Academy. Entrepreneur. Investor. Mother. And now your boss. Richard's world cracks. Narrator. For the first time in years, Richard Steele, the loud, proud, invincible billionaire, had no words. He wasn't on top of the world now. The world was watching him fall. Richard's friends slowly stepped back, pretending they never laughed at Maya. Assistants lowered their heads, unsure whether to stand with the old boss or the new queen in front of them. Richard's voice cracked as he spoke. Richard, shaken. You were playing with me. You let me mock you. What? Maya looked into his eyes, firm but not cruel. Maya, I wanted to see whether you respected people or only respected wealth. Richard swallowed hard. His arrogance had nowhere left to hide. Richard, I was wrong. Maya didn't reply. Silence taught better than lectures. Ethan comes forward. Ethan, still holding his robotics trophy, walked beside his mother. The cameras turned to the young boy with curiosity. Richard noticed the boy's gentle face and innocent pride. Richard, this is your son? Maya smiled softly. My world. Ethan stepped up bravely. Ethan, people laughed at Mom a lot before. They said she wasn't good enough. But I always knew she was. His voice was small, yet heavy enough to crush every ego present. Some people lowered their faces, ashamed. Richard quietly. I mock a woman I didn't know, and a child who didn't deserve to see that. Humility arrived, slowly, painfully, like a storm after heat. A tearful confession. Richard's tone changed, lighter, broken, human. Richard, how did you get here? I mean, how does a pilot become the owner of my airline? Maya inhaled deeply. Her smile faded, replaced by memories, some beautiful, some painful. She sat, Ethan beside her. The entire room sat too, not because she demanded it, but because the moment deserved it. Maya, you want the truth? Then listen with respect, not arrogance. Richard nodded silently. Flashback scene, Maya's past. Narrator. Before Maya Johnson stood powerful today, she once stood broke, unheard, and invisible. Years earlier, Maya was a top pilot in the Air Force, respected globally. She flew rescue missions, transported supplies, saved soldiers. She was fearless until one mission changed everything forever. Visual, a war zone, smoke rising, helicopters above. Maya inside the cockpit with her husband Captain Daniel Johnson, co-pilot and love of her life. Daniel, smiling. After this mission, we take Ethan to the beach. Just us. No war. No fear. Maya laughed, hopeful. But hope is fragile. A missile struck nearby. The aircraft shook violently. Alarm screamed. Fire burst from the engine. Daniel. May. Eject. Now. Maya, crying. I won't leave you. Daniel. You have to. Ethan needs you. Survive for him. He pressed the eject button for her. She shot out into the sky, screaming his name. As the aircraft exploded behind her, screen fades white then black. Narrator, soft, emotional. Maya survived. Daniel didn't. She held his dog tags every night, asking the sky why love must hurt so deeply. Back to present. Terminal. The room was silent. Even breaths felt too loud. Ethan slowly took the dog tags from his mother's pocket, rubbing them gently. Ethan, I was just a baby then. Mom told me Dad died a hero. Maya nodded. Maya, that day broke me. I quit flying. I worked as a janitor, a clerk, whatever fed my son. Tears ran down Richard's cheek, unexpected but real. Richard, Maya, I'm so sorry. Maya, pain didn't stop me. It shaped me. I studied business, invested every penny, bought small shares, slowly, patiently. And last month, I bought your company, not to humiliate you, Richard, but to build something that values respect. Richard falls to his knees. Richard, overwhelmed, kneeled publicly, not forced but humbled. Cameras flashed wildly. The internet was already exploding. Richard, I judged you by clothes, not character. By status, not soul. By color, not capability. Forgive me. Maya placed a hand on his shoulder. Gentle, not superior. Maya, I forgive you, but forgiveness means change, not words. Richard nodded, wiping tears. Richard, teach me. Help me be better. New deal. Maya reached into her bag and took out documents labeled Aviation Scholarship Program for Women and Underprivileged Youth. Maya, this was my dream. To give chances to those the world ignores. She looked at Richard firmly. Maya, you said you'd make me co-owner if I flew that jet. Instead, I'll make you my partner. Only if you help fund this program. Gasps. Whispers. Salt. Richard, once arrogant, now grateful beyond measure. Richard, I will. Not for reputation, but to fix the man I was. Crowd reaction. People began clapping. Not for wealth, but for growth. A woman in the back whispered. Woman. She turned humiliation into elevation. A pilot near the window nodded. Pilot. She didn't break his pride. She taught him humanity. Phone cameras streamed live across social media. Hashtags already trending. Hashtag Pilot Maya. Hashtag Respect Not Appearance. Hashtag From Mockery to Miracle. Ethan's moment. Ethan stepped forward with shy courage. Ethan, can I say something? Everyone smiled. Ethan, my dad always said, the strong don't show strength by winning. They show it by lifting others. Mom lifted you today. Will you lift others too? Richard knelt eye level with him. Richard, I promise, young man, your father would be proud. Maya's eyes filled, but these tears were healing, not breaking. Narrator, some wounds never fully close, but love turns scars into wings. Scene 15. Media interviews. Reporters rushed forward. Reporter 1. Maya, how does it feel proving everyone wrong? Maya, calm smile. I didn't come to prove them wrong. I came to prove myself right. Reporter 2. What's your plan for the airline? Maya, fair hiring. More women in aviation. Scholarships for students with dreams larger than wallets. Reporter 3. And Mr. Steele? Maya looked kindly at Richard. Maya, Everyone deserves a second chance, if they're willing to change. Richard bowed his head respectfully. Narrator. She didn't win by defeating him. She won by transforming him. Weeks later, the new beginning. Narrator. News of Maya's story shook the internet like thunder. Clips of her flying the jet reached millions. Some called her a queen. Some called her a miracle. But Maya never wanted worship, only change. Social media comments appeared on screen. She inspired my daughter to join flight school. Turns out heroes don't always wear capes. Sometimes they wear simple clothes. Respect to Maya for handling arrogance with grace. Maya Johnson Aviation Scholarship. Apply now. Thousands of young women, especially from poor families, sent applications. Girls who once cleaned cabins now dreamed of flying the aircraft. Richard walked through the hallways different now. No more loud arrogance. No entourage shouting orders. He greeted staff by name, asked about their families, listened more than he spoke. Even employees whispered, "He's not the same Richard." That woman changed him. But Richard always replied, "She didn't change me. She woke me up." Scene 17. Training a new generation. Maya stood on the runway in an aviation jacket, clipboard in hand. Rows of young women faced her, excitement trembling in their smiles. Maya, you are here not because of your clothes, not your wealth, but because you dare to dream. The girls repeated firmly. We dare to dream. Flights began. Engines roared. Maya trained them personally, strict but kind. Some girls struggled. Girl number 1. I keep failing navigation. Maybe I'm not smart enough. Maya kneels, comforting. You failed the task, not your potential. Try again. Some girls cried, overcoming fear. Some celebrated first takeoff. Laughter filled the academy. Ethan often sat with the students, soldering robotics kits. He found joy in helping others too. Scene 18. Richard's growth arc. One evening, Richard waited outside Maya's office holding files. Richard, humble. May I come in? Maya smiles lightly. You don't need permission to ask for permission. He sat nervously. Richard, I want to teach finance classes to the students. They'll need business knowledge too. Maya raised an eyebrow, impressed. Maya, that's a good idea. Surprised you thought of it. Richard chuckled. I'm learning. Slowly. Painfully. Maya looked at him, not with superiority, but respect for change. Maya, growth is painful, but so is staying the same. Evening sunlight hit them through glass. Two leaders once standing opposite, now side by side. Scene 19. Graduation day. A grand hangar decorated with lights and banners. Families cheering. Cameras everywhere. One by one, girls received licenses. Girl number 3, crying. I never thought a girl like me could fly. Thank you, Ms. Maya. Maya hugged her warmly. Ethan stood on stage wearing a blazer, proud beyond measure. Richard stepped to microphone nervously. The old Richard would have boasted. But today, he breathed deeply and spoke from heart. Richard, months ago, I mocked a woman for dressing simple. Yet she carried wings stronger than any jet. Crowd silent, listening. Richard continues. She could have humiliated me. Instead, she educated me. I was blind with pride. But Maya chose to show me a better world. Audience applauded. Richard, you changed my life, Maya. Now I want to help change others too. Ethan cheered loudly, making everyone laugh. Scene 20. Maya's speech. Powerful ending. Maya stepped up to the podium. She looked at the audience. Young girls with bright eyes. Mothers holding phones with hope. Journalists recording every word. She placed Daniel's dog tags around the microphone. Maya, steady, emotional. These belong to my husband, a man who believed dreams are worth fighting for. She held them gently. Maya, I lost him to the sky, but the sky also gave me purpose. Tears in many eyes. Even pilots swallowed emotion. Maya, I was judged for being a woman, for being black, for not wearing luxury, for being a single mother. But none of that defines ability. She scanned the hall. Maya, look at these graduates. Girls from poor homes, villages, struggles. They were told no by society. But today, they say yes to the sky. Crowd clapped louder. Maya, we don't change the world by shouting at darkness. We change it by lighting a candle. Standing ovation began to rise. She pointed toward the jets outside. Maya, go fly. Not just aircraft, fly beyond limits, fear, judgment. Every girl shouted, we will fly. Scene 21. Final cinematic moment. Slow motion visuals. Girls running toward jets. Engines igniting. Maya watching proudly. Ethan smiling. Richard standing beside her respectfully. Narrator. That day, hundreds didn't just take flight. The future did. Jets lifted in the sky like silver birds chasing destiny. Maya whispered to the wind. Daniel, we did it. A tear rolled down, but this time it carried victory, not grief. Camera pulls up above clouds, jets soaring. Ending message. Never judge a person by their clothes or struggle. The woman you laugh at today might be the one who signs your paycheck tomorrow. Respect, not appearance, is the true sign of greatness. Dream, work, rise, because wings aren't made of money. They're made of courage.